Hello. This is Lisa, occupational therapist specialized in Padawan therapy. And today, as usual, every Wednesday, we are going live to talk a little bit about different topics. Last week, I'm sorry I couldn't connect. Normally, I connect every Wednesday to be here around 7:30 p.m. Europe time. So like this we can talk and we can discuss different topics, and but last week I couldn't manage, so sorry for that. I always invite you to follow my social media for my Instagram, Facebook account and so on, so in case if for example there is no possibility for me to connect, you can get all the information. I also invite you to check all the videos that we did before, all the lives that I did before. So like this, if there is a topic that might interest you, you can always check, learn about it, write me a comment, ask me a question, whatever please you. So hi, welcome on this Wednesday. Running slightly late, sorry for that, but running a business, that's how it is. We have a lot of cheeky monkeys in need. I am an occupational therapist working with children with special needs, working with children with different ages and different difficulties. And yes, basically that's what I do. Today, in the previous sessions, like I was saying, in the previous session we were talking about different topics. And sometimes we talk about occupational therapy, sometimes we talk about autism, sometimes we talk about different interventions. Sometimes we talk about Padawan therapy, that we have a lot of people who are very interested what is Padawan therapy. And obviously I always suggest that if you have any question, you can ask me. If you have or advice to give, or if there is anything that you think that you can you would like to add to this conversation, feel free. So let's start with today's topic. Let me just going to turn a little bit the camera. Okay, let's start with today's topic. I would like just to review a little bit the extreme need of working in a multidisciplinary team. You will say, well, depends if you are a parent or if you are a therapist. You might agree or disagree, but lately we're having a lot of children who are coming to the therapy sessions and misguided, and I will say like every therapist is pulling from their own fields and profession. I do believe in multidisciplinary work, and I find it super mega interesting when all the therapists can be working together. We are occupational therapists, but we work with everybody. So early intervention teachers, or for example, speech therapists, ABA therapists, physiotherapists, etc. It's very important from the moment that the kid gets a diagnosis till the moment that the child is passing through a therapeutic process. It's important that everybody is in the same page, kind of, So following what are the difficulties, what not, what are the improvements, or how we can improve, or what exactly can be done or not. So here I just want a little bit not to raise kind of a little bit of awareness about the importance that if you're having more than one therapist working with your kid, I highly suggest to have like a little email, maybe group email going on, or time to time to talk between therapists. I'm super open to work with anyone, and I find it extremely interesting when you have other therapists co-working together, because the objectives and the aims are going to be always better than when you are doing just separately, right? So that's a little bit my advice. And like I said, sometimes we have parents who organize these meetings, so they will be organizing a meeting where everybody can come and maybe or just have a snack or something and talk and discuss a little bit the future goals of the kid, or if we are having an email where we can all write a little bit what is the feedback, etc., etc. Sometimes you can go for social media like Messenger or WhatsApp or whatever. It all depends how you feel comfortable, but it's super important when the therapists are connected together. And I also find it extremely beneficial when you can pay some visits, for example, here at Panacea we receive time to time visits from different therapists or LSCs or carers, because like this we can also teach and show what we are doing. Many times, yes. Apologies for that. So sometimes, for example, we will be having coming therapist here, or child carers or carers or whatever, and we are going to be able to guide them, show them what we do, etc. Like I was saying before this little interruption, sorry for that, we have many times misunderstanding of what is an occupational therapist, what we do, and how exactly, what is our important role. And we are not just like teachers for handwriting or therapists to work on sensory needs or independent skills. We really do a lot of things, and we cover the majority of the skills that we need in order to become independent. That's the role of occupational therapist mostly, which is not a small thing. Looks like a little description, but it's not a small thing. So when the parents, or not the parents, but the carers or other therapists put interest into come and observe what we are doing, it helps as well for them to have that idea of what we are doing, which activities we are working, how we are working, etc., etc. So basically that's how I see the importance of working with other therapists, and also for which reason we should be collaborating. This week I will say that we had a little bit of different situations. We had at the moment a lot of children sick. That's a reality. We're having a lot of children who are sick, so please be careful, take care of yourself, make sure that you are getting enough vitamins and rest and a lot of water. Right now here it's very hot, so we have to be very well hydrated. But at the same time, we got a lot of parents who are who are referred not by therapists or by doctors, but they on their own they do the research and they come for the consultation. And this is something that impressed me a lot, especially when the parents, for example, today I received a call of a mom saying that she had basically her daughter is not using the right hand properly, right? It's only with the right, and the left is kind of to the side. Now it happens many times where you can feel that one side is stronger than the other. What made me laugh a little bit, which is not a funny story, is that when this mom, the kid is 1 year and 7 months, so something like that. When this mom went to the doctor told her that maybe it's a preference of the kid. So basically she is using the right because this is the preference side, the dominant side, and the left is kind of on the side, on the not that interested, not that important. Now, here are a couple of facts for you just to know, in case if you are watching this and this is one of your, like, let's say, situations. There is no such a thing that at 1 year and 8 months the child will be able already to have preference and dominance. We have preference for sure. You can see like, okay, the child is, getting more along with the right, but you still have this uncoordinated movement going on, using right, left, till approximately 4.5. It's when we settle down and we go for the right or for the left. At 1 year and 7 months, or let's put 2 years old, that's absolutely no way. Okay, so please, future doctors or whatever, or maybe even you parents, when you hear something like that, inform yourself, learn about it, check, read about it, check with a therapist, etc. And I really like, because this mom then said, like, listen, I wasn't satisfied with the doctors, I went to different specialists and nobody like really guided me properly, and then I would like to go with you to see what do you think. So obviously I told the moms that you can book the consultation. No, that's how we work here at Panacea, and then we can check how we can work further. But it happens not only with this mom, situations like that we have a lot. And for me, it's just misinformation, it's not understanding how the child is developing and not understanding the functionality of our skills at certain age. That's why, for example, I have a course, if you would be interested, in Udemy about child development from 0 to 6, and soon coming from 6 to 1, etc., etc. That's a little bit the idea. Child's development is not a joke. It's not just for you to know when my child needs to bubble, when my child needs to roll. It will guide you accordingly to know exactly if your kid is going slightly outside of the development or it's passing through the typical development. And faster you can see when the child actually is passing through the typical or atypical development, easier is going to be to help your kid and obviously address the needs, whatever they are. In this case, for example, if the child is getting more use of the right hand and less of the left, me as a therapist, without seeing the kid, because I just received a call, I ask the first thing if there is any neurological difficulty, because most of the time it's coming close with neurological condition. And the mother said no. And then I asked for the pregnancy, how the delivery was. And she told me that it was cesarean. So I will have to see the child, and dig in a little bit more with information to understand properly why the kid is not using the left, but definitely nothing to do with the preference and dominance. Okay, because that's not supposed to happen. It's true that we have our preference first and then our dominance, but I think when the parent sense this way of my child refuses to do anything with the left and just with the right, there is something else. At least the information that I'm getting is that. So situations like that, my point comes to this. Situations like that are really, you have really a lot. And unfortunately, we have to continue working on awareness. We have to continue talking about these things, bring real cases to parents and therapists to understand, like, okay, what we can do, what we cannot do, how we can react to it, what should I do as a parent, But I'm very happy that many times parents says, okay, I'm not satisfied with the answer, I'm not satisfied with what's going on, I'm going to go and I'm going to seek for another advice, or I'm going to find someone else, to talk about and to answer me my questions until I am satisfied with it. Because at the end is the life of your child, and obviously the faster we can help, easier is going to be for him or her to continue developing. So yes, not all, like I'm saying, the amount of times that we are getting connected with parents through referral is big amount, but I think if I have to put it on a scale, we will have to have like half, parents coming randomly because they want to know more and they read about it and they want to get more information, and then you have therapists who will be recommending. So yes, we work very also close with psychologists, even though I still didn't find that amazing link between psychologists and occupational therapists. So they always recommend occupational therapy, but I still didn't find that, good work together, like let's keep in touch, let's work together, let's recommend, let's work on the what are the objectives, etc. Like it's mostly I will find it with ABA therapist and speech therapist. It's very easy to work and very we understand perhaps the same language, and then with physiotherapists as well. Not every physiotherapist, but definitely we can find as well some good physiotherapists with who you could really easily work on the same goals. So as an occupational therapist, sometimes I feel like, a little bit frustrated because you feel like you are the only one pushing forward, and then you have to do this huge job for everybody else to realize that we need to work on certain skills, but at least here where we are working and living, I am extremely happy for many schools and many childcares that are really helpful, are very, I will say, they guide the parents, they try to support the parents, they help parents. Not all of them, okay, I have to be honest, but more and more every year I can see more inclusion between, let's say, the student, the school, and the therapist. So there is like a little bit more of teamwork, multidisciplinary work, which is fantastic. That's the idea a little bit. And the idea why on Wednesdays I'm connecting here, it's not always, talk about or answer your questions, but sometimes just to bring a little bit of awareness about different topics. Because I still feel that our job as an occupational therapist needs a little bit more of a push, and I'm happy that we are going in the right way, but I think we have to continue working on it. We have to continue reinforcing information outside and providing support to parents, and especially to those who are limited with the access to maybe private therapy. Depends where do you live, no? Depends what is your financial situation. Not everyone has the possibility to go for private sector, and then not everybody is happy with the government or with the public services. So you have always these two variations, no? But today we're a little bit outside of the usual topics, but I don't feel you. I have really, I don't know, maybe it's July, we're in July, everybody's on holidays or maybe doing other things, which is fantastic. I'm happy. Try to enjoy your time. We are here in summer, so everybody is trying to have some time for themselves. That's totally normal. I will just remind you that I'm connecting here every Wednesday. In case if I cannot, like happens last week, I will always publish and I will notify you. You can always rewatch these videos. If you have any questions, you can always write me. And I am thankful to everybody. If you would like to support me, you can follow Panacea Therapy Center on Instagram, Facebook. You can subscribe to this channel if you would like to continue watching and supporting me and continue watching these videos, right? And especially if you have other questions, no, don't hesitate to write me to whatever you need. Like I said, I love my job, and I try to every Wednesday try to talk a little bit of different topic, provide different information, and a little bit my point of view as well, because I might have maybe you or someone else might think the same or maybe not, which is also great, because that's how it should be, right? Not everybody should be agree with everyone. But the idea is always in a positive way, in a nice way, to bring some awareness and and try to help out those who cannot, and also or who has less possibilities, and also to connect between my place, my area with around the world. That's fantastic. I think we're going to stop for today, okay? Because usually we have more interaction, so maybe next week we can have more, and it's going to be a little bit more fun, and we can talk about different topics. In the meantime, I wish you a pleasant evening and the rest of the week, and I will be seeing you in next week on Wednesday, okay? Thank you very much for watching, those who are watching while I am in live, those who are watching after, and for those who subscribe, that's fantastic. I much appreciate it, and I will be seeing you in the next live. Bye bye.